Well, thanks for sharing your plan. Number one, I wouldn't use a slab here. So I'm going to unmake it a slab. I'm going to make it into a terrain feature. I may even change my mind on that. Let's see what that looks like now. Yeah. Yeah, I changed my mind. What I'm going to do is just go over here with railing walls. I think this will be easier to 3D model. Now I'm going to make these walls here invisible. I just need them to determine the space. So I'm going to make them invisible. And I want the, I don't know why, I'm going to skip that error message for now. I want to go to materials and yeah, this exterior wall surface, I want it to be that brick stuff that you have. See if I can find it. Looks like brown. No, that's not it. I don't think that's it. I think that's what it was. Well, you get the idea. You can set it to whatever material you wish. Okay. So I'm going to encompass what you drew for that patio space using these invisible walls. Now I've got a room dialog box. I'm going to tell this to be a slab. And I'm going to call it patio. I don't know what you call it, but you can call it whatever you wish. Okay. Now I'm going to get rid of that feature that was there. Okay, it's not cutting a hole in the terrain. And that's the ceiling I haven't turned on yet. I had to go over to the structure tab and turn the ceiling on. Okay, it looks like I need to raise the floor so it's just about 3 inches below the house. So the house is, whoops, I turn on to these freaking dimensions. Gee whiz. That's better. Whoops, what's that? Oh, okay. I want to find out what the. All right, we got to sort out your floors here. There's something goofy going on. Your roof plan CV. Oh, why? What the heck? 1/4 inch scale. Yeah, this plan's been. There we go. Default set. I don't want to see those contour lines. I'm going to turn the terrain contour lines off. The elevation data is all I'm interested in, not the graphic contours. But I may have to alter that some. It looks like you got a region over here. Elevation region. Okay, fine. What's that? -96. Okay. And for terrain to work properly, there has to be at least 2 values. So one value is insufficient. We need to go over here to terrain, elevation data, elevation region. I'm just going to put a flat region here at 0 inches. This would be 0 inches. See what? Let me see what the elevation. Okay, that's about right. 8 inches. Okay. Now, in order for me to see this room that I created, I'm going to create a room polyline and then convert that to a terrain feature. And that terrain feature I'm going to make into a hole in the terrain, so we can see the room that I created. There's no, okay. You've got this, the foundation supplying the, no, yes. Floor under this room. Don't use any other settings unless you study them and to find what's appropriate. There. Now you've got a floor. So I'm going to set this at slightly below the house. See, the reason I like a room is it gives me greater control over the space. See, now it's just below the actual house. I'm going to thicken this slab here so it closes in on the terrain. So go to the structure tab and make the well, okay, can't do it. I want to make the slab thicker. So yeah, I'm just going to make it thicker so it fills in. I don't care what's actually there. I only care about what it looks like. And close that gap, that's all. Okay, now this terrain over here we don't need. So again, I'm going to take this terrain feature and just extend it like that, so that it's not covering up the windows over here. Okay. That's looking better, I think. You know your house better than I do, but I think this side looking better, at least for a start. Now, the side walls I would make out of custom slabs, because again, they're easy to work with. Let's see, yeah, I want to, there's that material I want. So I'll get the eyedropper tool and get that brick and put it on the floor there. And put it on the sides. Not working exactly like I'd planned. Let's see, what's the name of that material? Brick Antique Red. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna get these walls again. Thank you for telling me that. That's not what I'm working on right now. Okay. Materials again. So we want this and this. Should antique something or other. No, that's not it. Where is that? Oh, brother, man. Okay. What's the name of that stuff? Brick Antique Red. Got it. So I'll be in the B's then. Brick Antique Red. Brick Antique Red. Okay. Now let's see if that doesn't look better. Not really. Not like you had it. I like the room better than the slab because slabs kind of tend to move around and so forth. Well, that's not exactly ideal. So I guess what I'm going to do is take this and copy it. I'm gonna uncreate it and then create it into a, I'm gonna go back to the way you had it. Make it a slab. And just to get the same kind of a look. I don't mind doing all this extra stuff. I just want it, I want it the way I want it. That's how you get when you work on this stuff. Okay, we want brick antique red. There we go. Now this is I want it like 16 inches so it covers everything up. Okay, now I'm going to take this and use point to point move and move that corner right there. Pull this back to the edge of that. Just so it looked like, oh, yeah, okay, we're getting there. It's a little bit high. And let's see, I want that. Oh, I don't want the room dialog box. I want the, I hate Windows 11, by the way. Okay, so floor to top would be -3. Okay, that looks better than it did. And our windows are now exposed to some degree. I think the terrain is actually higher over here in the photograph, but anyway, the next thing I'm going to do is the what I mentioned. Yeah, I think, well, you don't have that tool in Home Designer Pro, so I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to draw a polyline and then create it into a slab again. And this time I'm going to make it 8 feet tall. Not terribly worried about that. And from your photograph, it's kind of hard to tell exactly what's what, but I'm going to do an elevation camera here. And there's that slab that I drew. And come up about like that. And let's see, I've got a camera open here somewhere. No, not that one. Yeah, that one. We'll get this material, excuse, material here, and now draw for it. Okay. Now I'm going to take this and copy it in an elevation camera. You see where I'm going with this. And your actual terrain will determine the actual geometry of this construct. Okay, let's take a look at that. Yeah, a reasonable facsimile thereof. Okay. Now stairs are programmed to follow either the terrain or the floor. So there's no terrain here for the stairs. Okay, I need to close this out. And we'll close that out. I guess we don't need the terrain data right now, so I'm going to turn it off. Terrain elevation data. Okay, so there's my retaining wall. I'm going to draw the stair tool. Of course, I can't, your picture doesn't show the entirety of the stairs. Let's just see what this looks like. Yeah, uh-huh. Okay, so I'm gonna open the stair object and I'm gonna uncheck automatic heights and we'll make it lock tread depth. I'm gonna make the treads deeper, 14 inches, something like that. And then now that I don't have automatic heights, I can set the height, and I want the top height at not at 10 feet above the floor, but I want it at -3. Okay. Line that up. Uh, I believe your stairs don't have railings on them, so we'll go over here to the railing tab and turn the railings off. See what that looks like. Well, okay, it's not working for the windows. So there's okay, the bottom needs to be go down. So see the bottom height. Oh, I guess I did the wrong one. Top height would be -3. The bottom height, yeah. Okay, it's looking better. Now I'm gonna take this stair object and change it up so it looks like brick stairs. You go over here to the style. Oh, I got the window open. There we go. Style. We don't want it open. We don't want open risers. We don't want any overhang. We don't, and no thickness. That looks like a ramp. Okay, it's looking better. And then we just take this tool here, eyedropper that, set it to object mode. Now, obviously, we're going to have to do something about the terrain. I'm going to turn the terrain objects back on. Terrain elevation data. So I would say this probably needs to come all the way over to here. See if that helps. It did. Okay. Now I'm not sure about the geometry here, but I think this maybe will get you started. And you can, if you need more geometry here, you can make these blocks emulate the actual blocks, behind your house. See, from this picture, I can't really tell. There's a retaining wall, and here's that flat thing, and then some stairs, and you got a lot of work to do. That's for sure. Let's see what else. Oh, okay. Goes down. Okay. So down here it's flat. So it doesn't go all the way across. Okay. So these stairs don't go all the way over there. That makes sense, actually. But we need something there. So earlier I put a terrain feature there. I think I'm gonna back off on that. Let's see, where's terrain features? Okay, they're on. I think that's the one. So I'm gonna get rid of this. Back over to there. Yes, and so we'll have to flatten this area here by extending this flatness area here like that. Like my slabs moved. That's what happens though when you're working on something like this. It'll move around until these for some reason when I changed the terrain the slabs jumped. Well, I guess then let's take that slab. I think that's a slab. Yeah, I'm just going to extend that down to fill in that void where the terrain's missing, like that. Now, where's that terrain feature thingy? Yeah, okay, I got rid of that. So I set this to be not open underneath, so it filled that in, and that's looking pretty good. If I knew the exact number of shreds and so forth, then I could do that. And this is supposed to be, okay, so I'm going to go over here, the terrain, and no, I didn't want feature here. I'm going to fill that in. So terrain feature. And I guess that looks like there's railings on this side. So we open the stair thing and go to railings. And on the left side, we want railings. Or something like that. You know, when I change the terrain, these things jump around, and that's just the way of it. You just have to be patient. After you've made some changes, it'll tend to settle down and stay put. Now, this isn't totally correct, but I think it'll get you pointed in the right direction. Yeah, open that stair object. Got brick for railings. That doesn't make any sense. Rails, newels, balusters. See, we want this black, color black. And need to make those newels a little skinnier. Make that a half inch. Make the newel post. Yeah. Your top rail is skinnier, so you got a rails, top rail. Looks like to me from the picture, it's about the width is right, the height is wrong. Maybe a little better. Okay. That's about all I can do for free. I know what that is. You got some settings wrong in the roof where on the structure tab, the rafters are thicker than the fascia. So yeah, you got two by 10 rafters and two by 8 fascias. That doesn't work. Let's change this to so it's at least matches the fascia. Then that white thing will go away. Well, it didn't go away. I wonder what that is. Thought I turned the ceiling off. I did. No, no roof. Oh, okay. It's always settings. If there's something goofy looking, you just have to find the setting that's wrong and fix it. So I'm pretty sure this is not correct, but I think it's in the direction of correct. And I hope this helps you, but whether it does or not, make it a great day. I tried. Thank you.